subject hydrology, chapter infiltration, topic previous year gate numericals on infiltration. So now students, after understanding the concept of infiltration, now let us solve a few gate numericals. Most of the gate numericals, whatever I have seen past 25 years, you will be able to solve without any, you can say, any hesitation or any difficulty, right? But a few numericals I will be solving here, which I think that they were a little bit typical, right? They were very easy actually, right? But a few normal students who have not worked very hard, so they will stuck in these numericals, right? So what the numerical is, the first numerical, it came in GATE 2017 of 2 marks, right? It was a TAT type of question. The numerical was the infiltration capacity of a soil follows Horton's exponential model. So it is based on the Horton's model, right? F is equals to C1 plus C2 e raised to power minus KT. So this model has been given to you. Now actually what is the model? If you remember, so it is Fp is equals to F naught plus you can say Fc minus F naught into e raised to the power minus K into T. This is F naught and this is Fc. Fc, this is also Fc. Right? If you remember, this is the Horton's model, right? But here it is given as F is equals to C1 plus C2 e raised to power minus KT. So C1 is equals to Fc, C2 is equals to F naught minus Fc. Simple, right? And this is e raised to power minus KT, where K is the Horton's decay coefficient, right? Now during an experiment, the initial infiltration, initial means at T is equals to 0. So let me write it here. Initial means at T is equals to 0. Clear? Right? Initial infiltration capacity was observed to be 200 mm per hour. 200 mm per hour, right? After a long time, the infiltration capacity was reduced to 25 millimeters per hour. Okay, 25 millimeters per hour. If the infiltration capacity after 1 hour, right? After 1 hour, it is given to us as 90 millimeters per hour, 90 millimeters per hour. The value of decay coefficient, so we have to get the value of this K actually. So we have to get the value of K, right? Decay coefficient R's inverse up to 2 decimal places. So 2 decimal places would be, right? So this is a very straightforward numerical. You will be able to answer if you know that what is F naught, what is Fc, right? Now if I draw the graph, so let me talk about the solution. If you draw the graph, so the graph of a Horton's model is like this. If you remember, this is an Fc, steady state infiltration rate, right? And this is your F naught, if you remember, right? So what the students did in this question, the students what they did is that they wrote this equation: F is equals to C1 plus C2 into e raised to the power minus K into T, right? Then what they did is that they determined the value of C1 and C2. How did they determine the value of C1 and C2? Now they just formed 2 equations, right? How the 2 equations can be formed? Initial infiltration at T is equals to 0. First of all, you will put T is equals to 0. So if you put T is equals to 0, this will become equal to 1. Simple, right? So if this will become equal to 1, then I will say that F will be equal to C1 plus C2. Clear? Now how much is F? So F is initial, it is 200 mm per hour is equals to C1 plus C2. Then you have to put, now after a long time means at T is equals to infinity. That is a long time, right? Then you put T is equals to infinity. If you put it infinity, e raised to power minus infinity is actually 0. So this will be 0, so you will get the value of C1, which will be equal to 25 millimeters per hour. So that is how students did this question, right? But what the wrong thing they did is that this question became very lengthy. If you solve it like this, you can solve it, no matter. If you have sufficient time, solve it like this, you will get the same answer. But why to make this question lengthy, right? This question is very simple. Just by looking at the question, I can say that F naught is equals to, means the infiltration capacity at time is T is equals to 0. That is the maximum infiltration capacity. Now this is 200 mm per hour. Simple. This is 200 mm per hour, right? Fc is the steady state after a long time. So how much it is? 25 mm per hour. Clear? So I know the value of F naught. I know the value of Fc. Now the thing is that to determine this value K, I need T and I need Fp. F or Fp, right? Okay. Now in the next statement has given us the value of T also and FP also. It is saying that if the infiltration capacity at time, this is a time given and this is a FP given. How much is FP? 90 millimeters per hour. So this question becomes a cakewalk, right? So let me rub this and solve this numerical. Let me rub this. Right? Understood what the students they do? They did in this question. Ultimately, they got the same answer, but they wasted their 5 to 6 minutes in determining the value of C1, C2, and then putting the value, getting the answer. They wasted a lot of time. So to solve, you can say if you apply the concept, you will get the answer in hardly 2 to 3 steps, right? So FP, how much is FP? FP at any time T, that is 90. So 90 will be equal to F naught, FC, right? FC is the steady state. How much is steady state? 25 plus F naught minus FC, 200 minus 25 e raised to the power minus k, which I don't know, into t. How much is time t? This 90 mm per hour is at time t is equals to 1 hour into 1. Simple, right? So let me subtract it. So it will be 75, right? It will be 75 will be equal to, this will be equal to 175 e raised to the power minus k. Now let me, it will be equal to 75 divided by 175 is equals to e raised to power minus k. Now let me take the natural logarithm. I will get the answer. So let me take the natural logarithm. So I can you do the inverse also. So the answer would be ln of 75 divided by 175. It will be equal to, and taking it the inverse also, right? So it will be equal to, sorry, this is 90, this is 65, sorry, this is 65, sorry, 65, right? 65, right? So it will be ln of 65 divided by 175, 0.9903, right? So the value of k will come out to be 0.9903 hours inverse. This is the value of, you can say, k. So just put the value up to 2 decimal places. So the correct answer would be 0.99 would be the most appropriate answer, right? I hope that you have understood how to solve this numerical, right? It was an easy numerical, but what the students did is that they solve this numerical in a lengthier way. So in GATE examination, to save time, if you have the good concepts, directly you will write the equation, get the answer in just 2 to 3 steps, right? But what the students did is that first of all they calculated C1, then C2, and they put in the value to get the value of k. 3 to 4 to 7, 5 to 6 steps, they got the answer. They got the answer correctly, but they wasted a lot of time. Okay, so I hope that you have understood this numerical. Now let us solve a few more numericals which came in previous year GATE numerical, which was asked in GATE 2004. It was also a little bit typical, otherwise it's a very easy numerical, right? The question is, the rainfall during 3 successive 2-hour period storm are 0.25 centimeter per hour, 0.8 centimeter per hour, and 1.4 centimeter per hour. Okay, correct. The surface runoff resulting from these storm is 3.2 centimeter. This is not in per hour. This is only 3.2. Depth of the runoff is given, right? The phi value or the phi index of the storm will be how much? In centimeter per hour, we have to determine the phi. You can see the phi index, right? Very straightforward numerical. Now, first of all, to make you understand how to solve this numerical, let me draw the heatograph, right? So this is the rainfall intensity, and this is your time t. So for 2 hours, right? For first 2 hours, it is 0.2 centimeter. Let us say 0.2 centimeter here, right? This is 0.25, right? 0.25 centimeter. This is 0 hour. This is 2 hours, right? Then for next 2 hours, it is 0.8 centimeter. So 0.8 would be somewhere here. So this is 0.8, 0.8, and then it is 1.4 centimeter. 2 to 4 and 4 to 6. It is 1.4. Let us say 1.4 is somewhere here. It is 1.4 centimeter for next 2 hours. This is 6. Here 0, 2, 4, 6 hours, because it is successive 2-hour duration storm, right? Okay. Now the surface runoff. So surface runoff is given to me as 3.2 centimeter is the surface runoff which is given to me. Clear? Now I have to determine the phi value, right? Now we know that the phi value is given by P, the total precipitation, minus runoff divided by the total time of the storm or the total time of the precipitation. Simple. Now let us apply this formula. First of all, let us get the value of P. How much the depth of the precipitation is actually, right? So we know that it is a 2-hour storm. So for first 2 hours, P will be for first 2 hours 0.25 centimeter per hour into 2 hours total depth, plus for next 2 hours it will be 0.8 into 2, 0.8 into 2, and for the next 2 hours it will be 1.4 into 2, 1.4 into 2. So precipitation will be equal to 0.5 plus 1.6 plus 2.8 centimeter. So it will be equal to 2.1 plus 2.8. It will be equal to 4.9 centimeter. So 4.9 centimeter is the total depth of precipitation. Clear? Now let us calculate R. So R is already given, this 3.2, right? So phi index will be equal to 4.9 minus 3.2 divided by the time of the storm is 6 hours. So how much it is coming? So it comes out to be 4.9 minus 3.2 divided by 6. It comes out to be 0.283 centimeters per hour. 0.283 centimeters per hour. Right? Now, a lot of you must be thinking that B is the correct answer. This is what happened in 2004 also. A lot of students did the same mistake, is that they ticked this option, that is the B option, as the correct answer. They did not apply the concept that if phi is greater than or equal to I, then runoff is equals to 0. This concept a lot of students they did not apply and they got the wrong answer, right? So let me draw 0.283. Where will be 0.283? This is 0.25. So 0.283 will be somewhere here. So this is the infiltration index, phi index. This is phi. Clear? I told you that when the infiltration index is greater than rainfall intensity for that particular time period, there is no runoff. So this is not the exact value of phi, right? It is near to the exact value, but that is not the exact value, right? How to get the exact value? Now, exact value of phi. Let me rub this. Right? Now let me rub this. Now to get the exact value of phi, I will take only that precipitation into consideration which is greater than the value of phi, right? So 0.25 will not be taken into consideration. Why? Because it is less than 0.283. So what will be taken into consideration? Only the value which is greater than, that is, this will be taken and this will also be taken. So now the actual precipitation, right, it will be equal to how much? So this is your you can say right, for this so for runoff will not be taken into consideration. Precipitation will be there, but the runoff will not be taken into consideration, right? So for this the runoff will be equal to 0, right? So the runoff will be equal to precipitation I have already got. So precipitation was equals to 4.9 centimeter. Now coming to the runoff, so runoff for this will be 0. We have to calculate runoff for this only and this only. Clear? Okay. Now how much will be the runoff? Now this is 0.8 centimeter per hour, and how much it is? 0.283. So if I subtract this much of value, I will be getting the answer. Same, right? Simple, right? So it will be equal to 4.5 minus, now 3.2 is the runoff. This is not R, this is phi. The actual phi index will be equal to 4.9 P minus runoff. Now when I calculated this value, I also took into consideration this 0.25. But actually, when the rainfall intensity is 0.25, there is no runoff. It means that I have to subtract this value, or I can say that it is an initial loss, right? I just subtract this value. So minus, how much will be? 0.25 centimeter per hour for 2 hours. It will be 0.25 into 2, that is 0.5, right? 0.5. Now, what is the effective value of what is the time period? So time period will not be equal to 6 hours, because in the initial 2 hours the infiltration capacity or the index is greater than the rainfall. So I will only take these two values into consideration. It means that the time will be equal to 6 minus 2 is equals to 4 hours. Simple. So if you solve it, so you will be getting 4.9 minus 0.5, this is 2.7. So 2.7, this will be 2, this will be 2.2 divided by 4, right? It will be equal to point, you can say, let me calculate it, how much it will be. So it will be equal to 4.9 minus 3.2 minus 0.5 divided by 4. It will be 0.3, right? It will be equal to 0.3. So the correct answer will be 0.3 centimeter per hour. 0.3 centimeter per hour, right? Which answer is this? So this is the C is the correct answer, right? So I hope that you have understood this numerical also. It was a very straightforward, simple numerical. Only one concept was there, that if the phi index is greater than, you can say, the rainfall intensity, then we do not take into the infiltration, the runoff take into consideration in that point of time. Because whatever the precipitation is happening, it is, you can say, going in the form of infiltration, right? So runoff will be 0 at this moment. Runoff will be 0. But initially we calculated the runoff also, so we have to subtract it. Simple. Clear? Okay. Now I hope that you have understood some previous year gate numericals, which I thought that they were a little bit tricky. Otherwise, if you look at the previous 25 years gate numericals, they are very easy. Now if you have understood the concept, you will be able to solve each and every numerical. That thing I can guarantee. Okay. Now let's move forward to the next topic. In next topic, I will be explaining you what I think is the most probable numericals, or the most probable questions can be from this chapter, that is infiltration. So let's move to the next video. Thank you.